Hey there, everybody. A little bit better video than the last one. Yeah, at least the last one I recorded. Depending on the order that these drop, you may see one other video between that one and this one, but that was recorded quite a while ago. But I will have just gotten around to editing it. Yay. This is the Saturday before Father's Day here in the US, but also in the UK, I found out. Maybe other places in the world, I don't know. But it's the 20th of June. Yeah. So on the trailer, if you saw the short, is a boom lift, also known as a pole lift. There's, I think, a couple other names for them. I don't care. It's a 3-point boom lift. You put it on your 3-point, it gives you a boom. You lift up things with it. There's also a 3-point scoop that can be attached either direction, and another Dearborn back blade that is an exact duplicate of the rusty old one that we already have. It's just in a lot better shape because it's all freed up, and instead of being stuck like that one is. Cute little red squirrel right there climbing the tree. He has no fear. He literally went under the trailer about, what is that? Well, it's a 16-foot long trailer. I'm right at the back, so 14 feet away from me, approximately. Yeah. I've got the 135 out here behind me. We're going to get that damn toolbox off before I bash my elbow all the hell on it. Well, before that, we're going to plug you guys in. That way you don't run out of battery or anything ridiculous like that. It's a 98% full GoPro battery, but they only last like 50 minutes. It's ridiculous. So I'm gonna walk over there, grab the extension cord, bring it to power you guys, and then we'll go to getting to work on that. When we're done with that, I will flip the camera to a little bit better position for watching me unload. Alrighty, well, while I'm doing this, the other thing I can tell you about is those 14 9x38s on 13-inch rims over there that we looked at in a previous short and the previous video about what's been going on, are going to tire shop on Monday. I'm going to use the same 3-point boom to load them onto the trailer, and we'll get them down there, get them rolled off, and they're going to put brand new BKTs on them. I went through my preferred brands in order. So Firestone, followed by Michelin, then Goodyear, BKTs, and Carlisle's. The Michelins were significantly more expensive for an inferior tire. I'm sorry, not Michelins, the Firestones. The Firestones are only 6-ply. The BKTs are 8-ply. The Firestones were like 40% more expensive. I love Firestone tires, but I ain't playing that game. And Michelin's, they didn't have any that they could get in that size. Goodyear's were also more expensive than the BKTs, and honestly I like those two brands pretty much equally. And we didn't even look at the Carlisle's because he said they would be more expensive as well, based on all of his past experience, and he runs that place, so he knows what he's talking about. So yeah, we went with BKTs. I like BKT tires. They're pretty good quality tires. at least all of them that I've ever had. So the farmall is going to be getting some new shoes. We are going to air up the screwed up tire on it and load the tractor onto the trailer as well, because they are actually going to put the new tires and rims onto the tractor for me as part of the cost. There was no additional cost to do that. And I was like, yes, please. So yeah, they're gonna do that, and I'm gonna just have them take those other tires, the 13.6s, off and just give me back just the rims. I will keep the good tube from the 13.6s and both tubes from the 14.9s as emergency spares. I will make sure to tell them that when dropping them off. But yeah, let me get to this. Of course, the sun comes out finally. It's been cloudy all day, dark clouds too, but only a few sprinkles. But now as soon as I try to do this, clouds go away and the bright stinking sun comes out. What do you do, right? Let me get that thing off there. We'll put the 3-point boom on, and we'll go from there. Well, good. Okay, so that's off. That's great. Let's get this trailer unloaded, eh? I pick you guys up, watch your power cord, and what can you see if I set you right there? Not quite the view that I want you to have. There we go. That's better. Alright, so the boom is pretty easy. Because she's light enough to be manhandled. Whew. Alright. That's the fun part. I don't know, you guys probably can't see, but I gotta get the top link in, which is not as easy. In fact, I have no real clue how to do it, but we're gonna find out, eh? Can I just do a thing? Oh, and do a thing. I need a third hand. Whoop, there we go. Well, that was way easier than I thought it would be. Alright. And that is 3-point boom. I can lower the tip of it by extending the top link. That's how we can adjust it. There we go. So rather than having it way up in the air and lifting like this, we can have it a little more straight and lift with the 3-point. I have no idea how much weight these are rated for, but considering I manhandled all this stuff on here with no help for the boom, you guys saw me pick the boom up, that was pretty easy. No help for the scoop either, and very minimal help on this. Suppose I should get the center of that out from inside the 3-point scoop there, which it does. I don't know if you guys can see or not. It has another top link on it. Unfortunately, that top link is missing its center adjustment. All right. And rotate it. Lay it down. Sweet. Huh, I didn't even see that on there. Yep. That might have to get fixed properly someday, but not today. Yeah, there should be a metal rod going through this hole right here that you use to adjust the top link. That seems to be missing. Not a big deal. What is a big deal though is figuring out exactly how I'm going to chain around this thing so that it lifts in a way that I'm happy with. Oh boy. Short chain too. Maybe I should just manhandle it back off and you know, spin this around so when I lay it off the tractor, it lays in the edge of the blade in the dirt. This is missing its cutting edge. The bolts are here, and this edge has been really worn. You can tell because how close it is to the bolt holes versus this. Somebody's already flipped this over because they've been using it without a proper cutting edge, which wears down on the blade. So yeah, this needs a cutting edge before I put it in the dirt. Be fine for pushing snow the way it is if I put some shoes on it. It's got the holes for them back here. You guys can't see them, but they're there. How do I want to do it? She is a heavy beast. Well, let's try manhandling first. The bottom plow over there will be getting this thing's treatment for sure, if it'll lift it. I gotta look up what the rating on these is and what the weight on that thing is. I think that's like 600 pounds. And for some reason I have a feeling these are limited to like 300 or 400. Alright, can I manhandle this? Not very well. Not very well at all. Oh boy. She's a heavy, heavy girl. Keep the tootsies out of the way, and let's not impale ourselves on the boom. Okay, that went good. Heavy though. Oh yeah. The guy didn't know any better. He painted the ball here, so it's like seized up with paint at the moment. The guy I bought them from, his father passed away, and these belong to his father. So he basically just did a quick and dirty spray paint, throw them on Marketplace. I knew what I was buying. I knew that this was just painted likely over rust, especially considering what he missed on the bucket there. I don't care. They're, despite the paint over the rust, they're in pretty good shape as far as like strength and everything. So I have no concerns about using them. Yeah, buddy. So I put this on there for maybe nothing. Well, hold on. Let's ask the old Google machine how much that can lift. Ask it another question. And we'll take a picture of the boom lift, because AI can analyze the picture. On your Massey 135, this vintage Dearborn truss style, not saying it's a Dearborn brand, but that style, boom lift can safely handle between 600 pounds and 800 pounds at the very tip. While a healthy Massey Ferguson 135 has an impressive rear 3-point lift capacity of 2,850 pounds directly at the lower link pins, two critical mechanical limitations drastically reduce your lifting limit when using this setup. Leverage, yep, the crane effect, yep, and of course the front end lightness. Yep, I know all about the water getting trapped inside problems. This doesn't seem to have any rot from that. Okay, so if I hook it up to that thing, one of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to successfully lift it and move it, or we're going to bend our boom lift. Or, I guess there's a third possibility, lift the front end of the tractor up. Well, shoot. What I should do then is dump that off, that side over there, and move the truck forward out of the way. Then back around with the boom lift and see if I can't lift that. Actually, I might just leave that on the trailer. Just pull forward. We can always grab it off from wherever the trailer's at. What I do need to do though is move you guys' power cord so that we don't run over that with the tractor. Alrighty. I don't even know if you guys can see that. You can now for sure. I think you could before though. All right, let's fire up the Massey and get her done. it'll lift it. Trick now is getting this thing just out of the way to where we can easily get that back into the yard. But I'm happy it'll lift it. That's going to be very important when it comes time to load up the trailer with all the bits and bobs while still fitting the tractor on there. I don't even think I'm going to be able to take them all at once, but we'll find out. Yep. I'm glad I bought this. So she'll lift it, but she has no steering authority when she does. I could try moving it to be chained where that brace is at above the can't remember what the name of those arms is, the proper name, but you know, the bracing arms there. So I can try to do that. That's the only idea I have on how to possibly keep the front end on the ground enough to steer. Well, what's going on there, Mr. Tractor? Why'd you shut off? We are not out of fuel already, are we? No, definitely not. Okay. take some chain out because that's as high as you can get it right now. But if I just adjust both sides of the chain up a little bit, we'll be gold.